a scene that we all remember so damn well that it will sit inside of any Dragon Ball lover's soul until the day they die. Welcome to my channel, where I talk about anime, gaming, streaming, all the fun things that we're all into. A while ago, I did a dissection or me critical analysis on Goku vs. Majin Vegeta. That was such a fun time. Now, all of my videos are raw, unedited. I don't go in and do a bunch of editing. You just get me. You just get me talking about the fun things that we are all into. You're obviously here because you saw a picture of Krillin about to get blasted by Frieza and you want to know more about it. What's this chick up to? What the fuck is she talking about? So I'm going to go through this. This is the top, all of Goku's transformations. Now, we're going to go through them and just talk about them and just have some fucking fun, alright? I look forward to seeing your comment in the comment section, and obviously, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I got big goals for this, and I love to have you here. So anyway, let's get into it. Obviously, this is our first Super Saiyan 1 transformation. So fucking emotional for everybody. Us, them. Not Frieza. Probably Frieza. He's upset. The way he just grips his fucking hand and Krillin just is obliterated.
Get away with this!
Is very symbolic of how this is going. He did that so easily. He targeted someone who was so weak that he needed to do that. And I can't actually believe that he's surprised.
I won't let you!
Right. Everyone at this point, watching it as a 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old, was fucking mind blown. Seeing that for the first time, you cannot beat it. There's nothing in anime that will ever come close to this. I'm willing to discuss this, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's anything as emotionally powerful as Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time because his best friend just got fucking smashed by Frieza. Frieza's terrifying. Okay, Super Saiyan grade 2 and 3. It's good that they took these from Kai as well, because it's nice and short. Okay, so this is obviously Super Saiyan 2, like Super Saiyan 2 transformation. Hyperbolic time chamber, I think. Training with Gohan, ascending. Another thing as well is like when we got Super Saiyan 2, there wasn't much like expectation of Super Saiyan 2 ever coming. Like we kind of, well, Toriyama as well thought that Dragon Ball would finish after he finished the Namek saga or the Frieza saga. And here we are, like years later with like Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan God levels and Ultra Ego. So for Super Saiyan 2 to come out like it did, right here, look at how swole he is. Look at the calves for fuck's sake. His knees are like concave against the Super Saiyan 2 swollenness. So I mean, yeah. For Super Saiyan 2 to come out like it did was so unexpected. And obviously we're so fucking grateful for it. But it was hella unexpected. Okay.
So if it's alright with you, let's just skip the warm-up.
Oh yes! Yes, daddies! This is by far, I just need to pause it for a second so that y'all understand this. This is by far my favorite Dragon Ball fight, period. Fucking put Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, just jam it all together. And this is still my favorite. This still sits so far at the top. Like, it's at the pinnacle. It's beyond the pinnacle, in fact. It's up there in the fucking atmosphere. It is just such a lit, solid, dope fight. The reasons behind it are so, like, emotional. Dragon Ball captures you with its emotions. There's no doubt about that. Like, if you're a fan of it and if you watch it for any, length of time, rather than just kind of seeing them yelling at each other, starting to glow yellow, red, purple, fucking whatever, you will agree, or I would assume you would agree, that Dragon Ball makes you feel things. There's something about it that makes you feel powerful. You feel like them. You relate to them. Now, back when I watched it, especially the Majin Saga, I related to Vegeta. He was angry. I mean, we were all angry when we were teenagers, right? But he was angry and he had a point to prove. And he was very proud. And, I really saw that and I really felt that. And I was like, this poor dude has, he came to Earth to get Goku. And then he went back and everyone was fucking dead. And then Frieza, did what he did and then fucked him up. And then his enemy, essentially, Goku, then ascended to Super Saiyan level. And, he's just been upset the whole goddamn time. And so for this fight to happen was just so symbolic. And it was many, sagas in the making. We had the Cell saga, obviously, in between the Frieza and the Majin Buu saga. And, even then he was still just cut so short, the poor guy. Yeah, he killed Android 19 and, that was kind of a bit of a crowning moment for him. But other than that, he's been having a rough time. So for this fight to happen, made me very happy.
At least you're stronger than your son was against Cell.
I think all of us, if we were that frustrated, would have let the Martian powers. Like, you can't really blame the guy too much, do you know what I mean? Having said that, part of me was like, for Christ's sake, Vegeta, there's like literally a giant villain about to hatch. So they're smashing through these pretty quick, which is good.
Now is my normal state.
Straight to Super Saiyan 3.
This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2.
Okay. Yes, sir, I understand your ascension guide. Thank you.
What's he doing? Is to go even further beyond.
Another thing about this as well. Another thing about Super Saiyan 3, just like I was saying about Super Saiyan 2, like, we did not expect it. I think we kind of knew at that point that it was kind of coming for whatever reason. Now, also keeping in mind, back then, very few Dragon Ball fans were manga readers. So nobody really kind of like knew. And if we didn't, like, we didn't really have the internet much either. Like, I was watching this on DVD. We were going to the video shop and renting it on DVD. So there was no kind of like spoilers or anything like that. So it was kind of like maybe a little bit touched on, like Goku was going to ascend to like another level. We weren't sure when, we weren't sure like if it was going to happen, maybe it's going to happen, la la la. And then it did happen. And then again, it's very much akin with Super Saiyan 2. Like, holy shit, we're still going, we're still rising, we're still getting more powerful. Super Saiyan 3 is actually like the pinnacle or the apex of their abilities, their physical Saiyan, like inherent abilities. So, physically they can't go beyond this. And if you're watching this and you're hearing me say this and you're thinking, well, what about Super Saiyan God? Well, that's actually them harnessing deity powers. Ultra Instinct is actually a technique, not a power-up. So those aren't really relevant to, like, Super Saiyan 3 being the top of the charts of what they inherently, with their abilities inside of their body, can actually do. Like, this is it. And this is why, they got no eyebrows. And the original design for Super Saiyan 3 was actually with a tail. I am glad that they didn't put a tail on him. Or anyone that goes Super Saiyan 3, Gotenks, Goku, whatever. I'm glad that they didn't put a tail on them. Because, I don't know, I like their design without a tail, personally. I know a lot of people are a fan of the old monkey, but I personally am not. Just from a design perspective, that's all. But either way, like, this transformation was just so unexpected. Again, not manga readers, no internet spoilers back then. very fucking exciting. And then the fight that went after that, I think was a little bit of a letdown, if I'm honest. Because, like, the only reason that Goku did it was to buy time, so that I think Trunks was looking for the Dragon Radar. But having said that, the transformation itself was so good. Super good. Again, full of emotion. While he's doing it, he goes back to, you know, he's obviously channeling his you know, great ape roots. He's doing everything he needs to dig deep and pull this fucking Super Saiyan 3 out of his body. And the design of it is rad. When I first saw it, I was like, no eyebrows, I'm not a fan. I don't like that. But now, many years later, 20 years later, I am a fan of it. Why did they zoom in on his ear so hard though? Yeah, he looks dope, man. He looks so fucking cool. That is our boy. Look at how pissed he is. Okay, this is Dragon Ball GT. Look, don't at me, but I'm gonna skip past it. Why? You probably already know why. Because GT is not, and I'm not mad saying this, but GT isn't canon. It got the nod from Toriyama, but it isn't actually canon. So to me, it's not really part of Goku's transformations. If you want to see a GT, like a person talk about GT, this is probably not the channel for you. If you want to see someone get excited about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, you're in the right place. I like this actually when they went into God mode. Vegeta's so mad! He is so mad! This was cool. It was Bulma's birthday. Beerus turned up. Whis turned up. Beerus just wanted to fucking fight. He just woke up from a nap and he's like, I had a dream about a god, Super Saiyan god, I want to fight him. Whis is just like, oh, for Christ's sake. But, oh, whatever then, sir. Okay. If we must.
Seems something is about to happen. Yes, Lord Beerus. The rather ordinary energy he possessed moments ago has transformed. Oh my word.
I like the humour in Super as well. I think that they definitely stepped it up a level. The music in this as well, really great. I like Falconer's like Funimation dub in Z. I like it a lot. In fact, I listen to the music when I'm training and when I'm working out because it's just so powerful. But the music in Super also is really quite good. Obviously, this particular music is very like godlike, very deity-like, which is very relevant. I love that Videl has a Super Saiyan in her belly.
Will I finally
And that was part of this. I love that.
It would appear so.
And I love how much Gohan loves her. Okay, hang on. I just want to point something out. Everyone says that Goku is a bad dad. Like everyone. Every single Dragon Ball fan that I have encountered says that Goku is a bad dad. Did I just say Gohan? Goku is a bad dad. But if you look at Gohan, he is like the epitome of a good man. I wouldn't say he had a bad dad. I would say he had a good dad. I think Goku was probably a bad husband. Goten as well. He's a great kid. Anyway, moving on. Vegeta's like, did you do it? Oh, yes. Oh, good. The colours are great. The design is good. He's leaner. He can move faster, obviously because he's lighter. Okay, Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God is this. So Super Saiyan God over Super Saiyan. Against Frieza. Golden Frieza. Well, not actually Golden Frieza, but, you know. He was Golden Frieza in this movie. Saga. Arc. Whatever you call it. This is actually also a fucking dope transformation. The colours in Super, like, don't at me. Or at me if you want, but the colours in Super are phenomenal. I think they're so great.
So what is this? Super Saiyan with blue hair dye?
And Frieza's just like, oh, can you stop it? Can you stop it? Stop ascending. I want to beat you.
Now I've learned to tap into that power on my own.
Not bad at all, Goku.
Oh yes, I have a statue of this. Kaioken, Super Saiyan God SS.
Now I'll show you the Kaioken!
Dope. everyone in the scans being like,
I
don't.
pulled it off. All the power of Super Saiyan Blue intensified with the Kaioken technique. I learned it a long time ago from King Kai. This
Yeah, so, I mean, a great thing about, like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken, this is 3 things layered essentially on top of one another. And something that I actually really do like about this transformation, the colours that you see there are pretty much the colours in my statue. It's got all the power behind it, and it's got red in it, and it's got obviously blue and, you know, blue here. But the thing that I do like about this transformation quite a lot is it really pulls back from the very original Dragon Ball power-ups, because Kaioken was, you know, his original thing that he had before he had Super Saiyan. So the fact that they're coming all the way back there, they're not just consistently going up and finding like new things and new things and new things. You know, this is like a new thing, but it's layered with an old thing and then layered with another old thing. And I really like that, you know, Toriyama does that. I like that they do that a lot, because it keeps you nostalgic with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a very nostalgic, I was about to say game, anime anyway. So I do really like that they've done it like that.
version doubles my strength, speed, and senses, and all the other traits I use in a fight.
And I love that he still
I
has
know it's
Whis'
risky, but
signature
there's a
on
big
the
payoff,
bottom.
too. Super Saiyan Blue is all about power through extreme control. Combining that with the calming focus of the Kaioken, and now there's no telling how high I can go.
It's true.
Damn it.
Vegeta! Vegeta's so mad. If I'm not mistaken, Vegeta doesn't do Kaioken.
It's tricky.
He's just Super Saiyan. And Super Saiyan
No,
God.
it's... Kaioken touchdown!
Oof. Hit is like, oh my goodness.
Even with the energy control of Blue, I can't
What you
keep this up
doing?
for long. I gotta end this with one shot.
Oh yes. I'm glad they showed us some of this fight. So dope. So dope. Hit. You're out. Okay, Ultra Instinct. My god. Probably my favorite.
Here it comes.
He knows. Beerus knows. I love that Beerus and Whis like expect the things. It's almost like they can see into the future. Like they know what is happening and what is coming. Ultra Instinct, I love it because it's a technique. It's something they you know learn and harnessed. It's not a power up. If you look at it closely, his hair is exactly the same as it is in his base form. He's just layered in Ultra Instinct. Oh my god. Phenomenal! The speed. The speed is obviously outmatched. Like, I mean, unprecedented. It's like flash step times a million. Oh man. Everything about Ultra Instinct is so OP, and I love
Remains to be
anything
seen what will
OP.
happen to him as he tries to sustain this fervor.
And I think something I love about it as well is like clearly Goku doesn't really have to think about his movements. They're, you know, essentially just happening. And his like the look on his face. He's had this look on his face before, but not quite. Every power up he does, he gets, and they all do, they get a look on their face where they're like, I'm gonna fuck you up. But this look on his face is like, I know how this is gonna go now. There's no question in his eyes. Don't at me because they're 2D. If you're a fan, you know what I mean. Again, I love that they showed us some of this fight. I think it's great. And he's loading up a Kamehameha and still able to bounce around and dodge. Because he doesn't have to think about what his body is doing.
Not bad, but you can't dodge in midair!
Who's that? Kale, Khalifa.
Game over, Goku! Now you're through!
I can't remember, did they fuse? Because that looks like Katara earrings to me. Oh, unfortunate. So unfortunate for you. Kale Leafa. Okay, yeah, Autonomous Ultra Instinct is truly the one where he doesn't have to think about his movements. He doesn't have to think about what's going on. It just happens. This is like a full neural output with no effort required. It's like the neurological pathways have written themselves and he can just go. I love the initial Ultra Instinct transformation, but then Autonomous Ultra Instinct. Like, I can't believe that there is another level to Ultra Instinct. You gotta be a really good writer to be able to consistently, like, bring it like that. To be able to, like, always make it something more. We didn't need anything above Ultra Instinct, but we got it, and we would be, you know, if we didn't have it, like, knowing about it, it just wouldn't be the same.
He has arrived at something truly superb.
Oh, Whis. I love Whis so much. I think he's so great. And his sister Butters, she's cool too. Yeah, Jiren is, I feel a little bit bad for him. He's just trying to protect his universe.
It's astounding. This mortal really is something else.
Thank
Look
goodness
at
for
that
Android
brilliant form.
17.
There can be no doubt. This is the true power, complete in all its majesty.
Phenomenal.
This is
Oof.
Autonomous Ultra Instinct.
We'd be fucked if Beerus and Whis weren't, like, narrating their abilities during Dragon Ball Super.
I hope you're not letting that power-up go to your head!
Obviously this is like the last transformation of Goku. I love in the Ultra Instinct part as well where... Oh no, actually it is before Ultra Instinct. I'm pretty sure it's when Goku is blue, Vegeta is blue, and they both team up against Jiren. At this particular point, I think Vegeta is out. I think he's up spectating. And I think we saw it before with his hand getting all clutched and annoyed because Goku's had yet another level up. I put it in quotation marks because it is an ability as opposed to an actual ascension. But I think if you want to get technical, you could call this an ascension because technically he as a human being is ascending. It's great. It's so great. I do feel bad for Jiren. He is just defending his universe. He's wearing his uniform. He's trying to do, you know, the only thing that he would do. Everybody's doing it. What else are you gonna fucking do?
They will all be turned to dust.
Apparently they don't draw noses when they don't have to, because drawing noses is quite hard. My tattoo was told me that.
I ain't no hero of
It's
justice
the hardest thing to
or
draw,
anything else
apparently.
like that.
I don't know, I didn't draw it.
Tries to hurt my friends. It's gonna pay.
Oh. He's ignoring all logic and all reason for a good cause, because he needs to. Because if he does that, then he's not going to get angry and he's not going to be as strong and as powerful. But me being here on the outside again, I can understand why Jiren's doing what he's doing. They're both doing it for the exact same reason. But to him, and to the need for his power, Jiren has hurt his friends. And one of them being Vegeta, which is kind of... Oh, his shirt's gone? Both of their shirts are gone? Jiren definitely doesn't skip lat day. It's great that this video started off as, you know, Goku's transformations, and then it ended with Goku's, like, final battle. Oh, so good. Thank you, Nova the Power, for your video. That was actually a really good video. Again, I like how it ended. I like that it actually ended with a battle, and, like, the final battle that we've ever seen Goku do. Well, in anime, anyway. I would like to take this moment to point out, like I think I mentioned before, I am not a manga reader. Well, very much anyway. Like, I have read some manga where we haven't got an anime adaptation, like Hisoka vs. Crollo, things like that, right? And I've got manga of my favorite parts in some animes. I've got the first one of Dragon Ball Super, obviously, etc, etc. But anything that I talk about here is not manga relevant. It's only ever going to be anime relevant. Sometimes I will touch on the manga because, like, I do know that there's obviously Ultra Ego, which is Vegeta's latest transformation, and so on and so on. But again, you know, if you want to drop a comment, please do. If you're a manga reader, don't worry about spoilers for me personally. If anyone's watching this and, you know, they don't know what is happening in the Dragon Ball manga, then sorry about it, because it has been out for a while and you kind of got to expect some spoilers when you are in the fandom, and we've got the internet and everything goes everywhere. It's not like it was back in the day when Super Saiyan 3 first came out or Super Saiyan 2 first came out. We didn't have the fucking internet and we didn't know what was happening, right? Things have changed now. Anyway, thank you for watching me critical analysis on all of Goku's transformations bar Dragon Ball GT. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, please subscribe to my channel. Again, I've got big goals, so hang around, and I'd love to see you in the comments and in my next video.